And going right on into my next video. uh, Hospitalized for 7 days. And I did not just have one doctor, but a team of doctors working with me during this time. This was back in June of 2012 when I was hospitalized for a week. To have a doctor tell you that this is all in your head when you know it's not is very frustrating and hurtful and a million other things. You know, it's kind of like, how can you think that this is related, or, you know, how could you think that this is just related to anxiety? There's no way that this could be anxiety. You don't run a fever from a panic attack. You have rapid heart rate. You have those sort of things, but you don't run a fever 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from anxiety. I'm not having a panic attack 24 hours a day, you know, and 7 days a week. I'm just not. You can't be anxious. Even people who have major forms of panic disorder are not, they're not anxious 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They're just not. I would wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning running a 102-degree fever. I'm not anxious if I'm asleep. And it wasn't just this doctor telling me this. It was a whole team of doctors telling me this, because he's the lead doctor and they have to go with what their boss says or they'll get in trouble. So it's not just one doctor telling me this, it's like 15 doctors telling me this. And no one's standing up for me and advocating for me and saying that makes absolutely no sense. It made me very angry that that they would all go with the pack and no one would advocate for their patient. Not one doctor advocated for me. And this is one of the best hospitals around here. I grew up out in the country, but I live in a larger city now, in Alabama, in northern Alabama. And this is one of the best hospitals in this area. Very disappointing. When I finally got them to admit me, after going to the ER over and over and over again, you have to understand I didn't have insurance and therefore did not have a general doctor at the time. So the ER was my main place to try to get a diagnosis at the time. Since then, I have gotten a good physician who will listen to me and who will work with me, but I have had a very big problem with getting doctors to spend more than 5 minutes with me. I'll go in and from the, you know, right from the bat say, right off the bat say, you know, I have a very odd case. I've seen many, many doctors and no one has diagnosed me yet. and they still will not spend more than 5 minutes with me. If doctors, if a team of very well-known doctors in this city has spent a week with me and not been able to figure out what's wrong with me, not diagnose me accurately, how can you do it in 5 minutes? I finally did find a doctor that was willing to spend more than 5 minutes with me, and still grasping at straws. I actually had an appointment today, and he would like for me to keep track of a diary of what my temperature is every 4 hours, and what I'm doing whenever I take my temperature, and to see if there's any kind of anything related that might trigger this. So whenever he said that, I thought, you know, there are so many people who watch YouTube, and all you doctors out there, if what I'm saying sounds remotely familiar to you, please, please comment or get in touch with me, please. I'm 25 years old. I look completely normal. I look completely normal. My blood work comes back completely normal on everything. CBCs, urinalysis, complete metabolic panels, anything you can think of, it's all normal. The only thing that comes back abnormal sometimes is my potassium, which is just a little bit low, and calcium, which is just a little bit low, and that's the only things that ever come back abnormal. Everything else, my white blood count, my body is acting like it's not fighting an infection. However, the constant fever would make one think that I have an infection somewhere. It looks like I am going to have to do one more video to catch everyone up for the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks. We made a breakthrough at the end of October, and my general doctor that I found, his name is Dr. Gray, for all you Grey's Anatomy fans. Dr. Gray, my general practitioner, made a breakthrough, and I will catch you guys up in one last video, maybe. I can get it in the last video. So, if you've come with me this far, thank you for your patience and listening. See you next time.